Good evening. My name is Michalis Lymperis, and I'm representing my brother, Yannis Lymperis, who has invented a new method and mechanism that provides extra protection to the buildings against an earthquake or strong winds. This method has been patented with a diploma level A. That means that there is no similar method all around the world. In our team, we have the honor to have the emeritus professor of earthquake engineering, founder of Shaking Table Laboratory at the National University of Athens, Dr. Panagiotis Karidis, and chemical engineer, former rector of the Technical University of Athens, Dr. Nikos Markatos. As we all know, the earthquake has already killed thousands of people and destroyed millions of properties. Also, the psychological cost to the people is great. The main idea of our method, of our patent, is that we anchor the building to the ground. We do this by using a mechanism consist of an anchor, a type of anchor, connected with a wire rope that passes through each column of the building, reaches the last floor, and there, at that point, we force a pretension, and in that way, we stop deformation of the building during an earthquake. In this video, you can see how the same model reacts with and without this patent, this method. This method can be applied in new buildings, new constructions that are under construction, and existing ones. I think this could be a great chance for investments, because the need of the people to feel more safe is enormous. We have calculated that the cost for an average building is around 5,000 euros, and you can profit of that around 10,000 euros for a small building.
That's a great profit. Come forward. No more deaths by earthquakes. Give a big hand. No earthquakes in the Netherlands, but I'm very eager to hear about it. Welcome. Welcome, sir. Judges.
My favorite topic of IP. Who owns the IP that you have filed?
My brother is the investor. He had designed this method and the mechanism. At this time, we are in an experimental level. We haven't yet create a company or sell something. Theoretically, it has been approved by the professor. So at this time, we are at the point that we ask for cooperations to start a company and to do the marketing and the sales.
Okay, so your brother owns the intellectual property.
Sorry?
Your brother owns the intellectual property?
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's the answer to your question? I think you have to borrow mine.
This is a project, obviously, at the stage where you haven't really...
I can't hear you, sorry.
Are you at the POC level, at the proof of concept level? How are you working to confirm that this is what we saw is really what's happening in real life? Have you got to the point that somebody is going to fund some type of a real life...
How we are going to prove it?
How are you going to put the technology within a real structure? That's the question, right?
Yeah. At this moment, we made our own experiment in our own seismic table. We have already asked from the university to make it in a bigger table, but they were busy at this time. Maybe later.
Can you talk about the team?
About the team?
Yeah.
I talked before. Yannis Lymperis is the investor. Mr. Panagiotis Karidis supports us theoretically. He has already approved the method, and he believes that method.
What is your background? Your background, you are civil engineers? Your background? What have you studied?
There are, if I can reply, there are technicians who has experience on building constructions. And then they have invented, after so many years of this work, they have invented, because they have seen a lot of damages from earthquakes. And then I have analyzed theoretically the system, and I found that really is supreme from many other existing, because the other systems are sacrificing themselves after an earthquake. They are destroyed or are, they need repair and strengthening. What does this mean? That this system can can function after an earthquake, because we have every time we have also a series of earthquakes, aftershocks, and then compared to other systems that are not anymore useful functioning, even the earthquake will have the next earthquake very immediately after the main shock. This may function and may really.
So unlike other systems, your system will survive multiple earthquakes.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Next question.
Because you can see in the test, this test could be make a duration of as much as.
That's very promising. Okay. It's very promising.
So thanks for that clarification. I think that helps a lot, that clarification on the differences with other technologies. I liked the video, by the way. It was very clear to see the impacts. My main question with the video, which touches upon your answer, was the true difference between your technology and another anti-earthquake technology, because I understood from the video that it was a regular building and your technology. So will you still perform better than the other ones, or is the main technology, main advantage just this reusability?
I'm going to give you 15 seconds to answer that.
Yes, of course. One is this series of earthquakes explain you that the other systems are sacrificing or they need repair and strengthening. The second thing is the cost, that this system is quite low cost. As you heard, it is 5,000 euros per building.
More strength and more cost. Less cost.
Much less cost.
That's great. All right.
Can be applied to also existing buildings. The other systems are applied in only new buildings, or are very, very expensive if you want to apply in existing buildings.
Thank you. Thank you. 3 minutes of advice. Judges.
Since I have the microphone, I can maybe follow up. So I think actually everything we've heard right now is the most interesting part. So I'd be very clear. It sounds like you have many advantages that were not initially communicated. This cost, this reusability and resilience to further earthquakes, and the retrofitting aspects. So these are critical components that you should say right up front and be very clear, this is why we're the best. Yeah,
articulate your competitive advantage, clearly.
And actually, I would like to see any other competitive technologies out there. I mean, any other anti-earthquake technologies have been applied? What are the disadvantages, advantages? So I'd like to see also, let's say, the scientific or technological competition. So.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Well, with 2 minutes to spare, I expect a really big applause.